Students, now I will explain Bhakti movement, यानी कि भक्ति आंदोलन. The contact between the different religions gave rise to various bhakti movements. The term bhakti means single-minded devotion to one God. The God may have a shagun form or may be even formless nirgun form of bhakti. But still both types of follower had some common points. They both believed in Upanishad philosophy of Advait और नॉन ड्यूअलिटी ऑफ गॉड. सो स्टूडेंट्स, जो भक्ति मूवमेंट होता है, बहुत सारे उस समय धर्मों का अभ्युदय हुआ. इस कारण भक्ति आंदोलन हुआ. और भक्ति जो टर्म्स होता है उसका मीनिंग होता है कि केवल एक गॉड के प्रति पूरा पूरा डिवोशन. और इस भक्ति के दो फॉर्म थे, एक सगुण भक्ति शाखा और दूसरी थी निर्गुण भक्ति शाखा. सगुण में भगवान की मूर्ति की उपासना की जाती थी और निर्गुण में भगवान को आदि देव मान के उनकी उपासना की जाती थी, परंतु मूर्ति पूजा का निषेध था. ओके स्टूडेंट्स, Bhakti sons laid emphasis on Guru to attain salvation. The Bhakti cult had emerged in South India in the 8th century. It was then built by the Shaivite Nainar saints and Vaishnavite Alvar saints of the Tamil devotional cult. Gradually, the movement spread in other parts of South India and in North India in 15th century. Almost all the Bhakti reformers preached oneness of God and that all religions were roads leading to the same goal. The chief principles of Bhakti movements were as follows. There is a relationship between devotee and his personal God. Bhakti sons discarded rituals. They emphasized on the purity of heart and mind. They also discarded the caste, creed, and gender-based discrimination in the society. It is important to follow a true guru for realizing God. All men should be tolerant. So students, in Bhakti movements, main principle was that Bhakti San discarded all rituals and they emphasized the purity of heart and mind. The Bhakti reformers preached in the common language of the people but also in some developed modern Indian languages such as Hindi, Marathi, Bengali, Gujarati, Assami, Oriya, Telugu and Kannada, and the movement became the mass movement. They also emphasized simple ways for the realization of God. From 11th to the 15th century, Bhakti movement had become a mighty force. It was popularized by different sons in different parts of India. In North India, Ramanand began his movement. He preached Sri Ram with all devotion. His disciple was Kabir. He believed in the Nirgun form of Bhakti. He became extremely popular by composing and reciting do, has, or couplets. He condemned all kind of discrimination on account of caste, creed, wealth, and religion. He thus attempted to bridge the gap between the Hindus and the Muslims. Kabir was born in 1440 in Varanasi. He was an Indian mystic and poet who attempted to bridge or unite Hindu and Muslim thoughts and preached the essential unity of all religions and the essential equality of all men. He was forerunner of Sikhism established by the disciple Nanak. There is no doubt that Kabir's early life began as a Muslim, although he later became influenced by a Hindu ascetic. Ramanand Kabir, instead of choosing the Hindu religion or Islam, took that seemed to him to be the best tenets of both and preached his own religion called Sahaja Yoga. He thus became the forerunner of a number of cults, among which Kabir Panth is the most important, as well as Sikhism becomes a separate religion. From Hinduism, he accepted the ideas of reincarnation of and transmigration and the law of karma, but he rejected idolatry, asceticism, and the caste system. From Islam, he accepted the idea of one God and the equality of men before God. The ideas of the Muslim mystic called Sufis also influenced Kabir greatly. In Kabir Panth and several other cults, as well as in Sikhism, the following elements predominate. One God is venerated. All religious writings are in the vernacular. The position of the Guru is the central point of faith and greatly esteemed. Caste system is completely rejected. Kabir verses in the Hindi language with no adherence to grammar strike a responsive chord in the heart of the common man. His aim was communication. Some of his poetry was incorporated in the Adi Granth. So students, you can see here Kabir Das was most popular sant of that time, and he emphasized both Hindu and Muslim unity through his couplets and poetry. Okay students.